would film a cheeky little car vlog for you. You all seem to like them. I enjoy having a captive audience to chat at. So it's a win-win for all of us. So it's a Tuesday morning and I'm just heading off to work. 5-day week this week, not pleased about that. And the eagle-eyed amongst you would notice that you're looking at a blue bonnet instead of a black bonnet, because I am in my new car. I traded the old one in. Really, really sad to see it go. It was a lovely car. So yeah, I'm in my new car now. I've got my car mount back in it, so here we go. So have you all been? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. I've got to know so many people through YouTube, and I mean, some people, like my friend Jem, who I met through YouTube, I feel like she's my best friend in the world. I really do. So, you know, even if you think, oh, everyone on there knows each other in the comments, just that's how we all got to know each other, by just leaving a little comment and commenting on the videos. It also makes you watch my videos more if you're going to comment, so no flies on me. So yeah, it's Tuesday today, and on Saturday I went to see Micky Flanagan at the O2. I'd never been to the O2 before because it's south of the river, and it always just feels like such a long way, and I don't want to drive because of the congestion things and me driving a great big dirty diesel 3 litre. You know, it's a pain getting the train because they often they stop running late and things like that, early to get if you get home late. So anyway, I've never ever been to the O2, but Micky Flanagan was playing at the O2, and he is my absolute favourite comedian. And my friend Chris said, did I want to go with him? And I was like, hell yeah. I just so wanted to go. So we went off to the O2. Now, near where I live in Maidenhead in Berkshire, we've got a new train line called the Elizabeth line, named after the late Queen. I think it was named after her when she was still alive, but I'd never been on that either, so it was a day of firsts for me, but it's brilliant. So usually if we want to go to London, we are 24 miles outside London here, so we just bomb straight down the M4 and it takes us to Brentford and then into Kensington, Chiswick, Kensington, that way. But you've got all the congestion zone things, and you've got all the issues with the cost of parking, so it's not fun, especially if you want to go into central. It's not too bad if you want to kind of go down to like Hammersmith, Ealing, that kind of Fulham, that kind of area. But if you want to hit into central, like Oxford Street and places like that, you don't stand a chance. So we always go on the train. When I say we, I mean the people of Maidenhead collectively. Usually we all go on the train. If anyone's going out, they go on the train. So, but this new Elizabeth line, it stops at Reading, which is 2 stops further than me, I think. Yeah, 2 stops further than me out. But from me, you can get on at Maidenhead on the usual station, and then it will take you either to I think it's Brentwood, which is in Essex, which is right around the M25. You're talking a good 2-hour drive, or it will take you into Canary Wharf, Docklands area. So it's just, it's amazing. It really is amazing. Also, the trains were on strike on Saturday, but the people who were, I don't know, driving the Elizabeth line, they weren't on strike. So, oh, sorry, there was nearly an incident there. So yeah, it was brilliant. We got in real quick, and so we got on at Maidenhead, and then we went through and we needed to change onto the Jubilee line. So to do that, we needed to go to Bond Street, which is like my favourite place in the world. That's where all of the, you know, designer shops are. Dior, Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, they're all up Bond Street. I don't know what this traffic's about. Usually I'm bobbing down this little country lane. Maybe there's someone on a bike or something, or a bus. Okay. Yeah, so we got off at Bond Street and changed onto the Jubilee line, and then we went down to North Greenwich, which is where the O2 Arena is. It's right by the Cutty Sark boat. So that was nice and simple. I mean, I think because of the train strikes, the tube was quite busy, which was a bit of a pain in the arse, but it wasn't unbearable, and it was nice and quick. So we got there in plenty of time, and you could see all the people that walk on the Millennium Dome, show my age, it used to be called the Millennium Dome, and you can like get harnessed up and walk over the top of it. It wasn't a very nice day. It was quite an overcast day, so I didn't envy them at all. And then once you go into the O2, there's loads of bars and shops and things in there, so it was really interesting for me. And then we went to see Mickey Flanagan. You have to put your you know, I don't go out much, so I might be teaching my grandmother to suck eggs, but we had to put our phones into like a foam bag that had a magnetic seal on it, so that we couldn't film any content, I suppose, and release it on social media. There was absolutely no signal in there anyway, so it wasn't that, but I think it must have been just for filming stuff. And then they're like the things that you get on clothes, you know, that they release at the till. It was like one of those. So then you just release it when you go home. And then, so we went straight back home, same route on the Elizabeth line. And then from the station, we got an Uber. I'd never got an Uber before. I didn't know how to do it, so I never got one. So it was a day of firsts for me. It was the first on the Elizabeth line, the first on the at the O2, and also the first time I got an Uber. I felt all modern and fantastic. So I got home about midnight. I would have got home earlier, but we just missed the stupid cow. We just missed the a train. Literally the doors were closing as we got to the station, so we had to wait another 19 minutes for a train. But sorry, I'm just turning down the heat in my car. Everything's a bit new to me. I've only had it since Thursday night, so I'm not, usually I can talk and just push buttons, and I had my last car, I bought it in 2016, so I was really familiar with it, but not this one. I don't know where all the buttons and bells are. It's quite similar to mine because it is an Audi, but they've just moved stuff, so it makes it difficult for me to know where stuff is. Let's go. There you go. You can hear my 3-litre engine going there. Apparently it's a 3-litre bi-turbo. I've got an Audi SQ5 now. It's a beast of a car, I'm telling you. I will do a little video on it. I don't want to do too much on it because I've watched videos. I always watch videos on cars before I get them, and I just don't have the expertise. But I can just go, look, it's blue, and look, it's got this badge on it at the front. It's a V6 engine, so don't even know what that means, but I know that it's a blooming fast car, and it makes my hands feel sweaty sometimes. Luckily it's got good brakes on it as well. So that was my weekend. So yeah, I got in at about midnight. I couldn't go to sleep. I was still awake at 1:30. So Sunday I thought I was going to be knackered all day, but I actually had a really productive day just doing bits around the house that I wanted to get done. But I slept well Sunday night, and then yesterday was a work day, but after work I had to drop my dad off at Sheila's, his girlfriend's, and then I had to rush to Reading, which, as I said, is a town near me. It's about, Reading's a city, so you know, one side of Reading can be 20 minutes from me and the other side can be 40. It just depends where you're going. I was kind of going to central Reading because I was having my lashes done, so I had to rush there, and then you have to lie with your eyes taped up for 3 hours while Oksana does my lashes for me. She is refugee from the Ukraine. Her husband's still out there in her hometown. Oh, it's awful. They have like an hour of power a day, electricity and things, you know, to charge their phones and stuff. It's so sad. And, you know, she's so brave. She's only in her 30s and she's come over here with her teenage daughter on her own. She's starting up, she's already done it for a year, her lash business, and she's absolutely inspirational. I really like her. She's just a wonderful lady. And I think there's talk that her husband might come over here and join her because the war is just going on for so long. And he's a jeweller, but at the moment he's working as a cab driver. It breaks your heart, doesn't it? But anyway, I had my lashes done. She had my eyes taped up for 3 hours. And then by the time I got home and I had some dinner and got my dad, it was bedtime for me. So I finished watching Cracker. You all know I was watching that. I haven't been watching a great deal of TV recently. I've kind of fallen back into reading, and I'm not mad about that at all. I love to read, and I annoy myself where I don't actually do it. So the past few nights, since the weekend at least, I've picked up my book and just done a chapter or two. Last night I didn't have the TV on at all because I didn't get into bed until quite late. When I say into bed, I mean sit on the bed with the dogs, not as in go to bed like most normal people do, but I didn't get to sit down until gone 9 o'clock. So I thought, I'm not going to put the TV on, I'm just going to go straight into reading the book, and I'm just really enjoying that. I actually when I was reading my book, I noticed all the cover on it. I've got like a book cover, and all the, I don't know, it's like pleather, so all the pleather was peeling off. So I went to buy myself a new one on Amazon, a new cover, not Kindle, and I thought, I better check what my Kindle is. This is I think it's my second Kindle, but it's my third e-reader. I had a Sony one when they first came out, and that cost about £300 at the time. Sorry, concentrating on not knocking a man off his bike. And yeah, so this is my second one, and I always think of it as my new one. So I went on Amazon orders to have a little look to see how long ago it was that I bought it, so that I knew which Kindle it is. And I bought it in 2013. It's 10 years old. I always think of it as a couple of years old. So that amazed me. So my Kindle is a Paperwhite, and it's a 6th generation, and they're now up to the 11th generation. So it was quite hard to actually get a cover for it, because obviously people got rid of them all or something by now. But anyway, I got one, and that is coming on Wednesday. So I'm enjoying reading my book. I'm reading a James Patterson book at the moment. I like crime, thriller, psychological kind of books, and this is an easy read. This is The Woman's Murder Club, and I think it's the 8th one in the series. I've read all the others. So I know all the characters and things like that. I really do enjoy that level of familiarity when watching things and reading. Yeah, it feels like you're revisiting friends. So I enjoyed that. I'm just having a little think. The way I've come is not the way I come home, and I've got to go and pick something up from a fencing company on the way home, and it's the other way. So I just all of a sudden thought I'd gone the wrong way, but they're not even open yet, because it's only about it's 10 to 8 at the moment. Maybe they are open, I don't know. I'll pick it up on my way home anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. What else have I got to tell you? I've been feeling quite cheerful in myself. I'm still waiting for some NHS counselling. I've stopped the private counselling purely because it's so expensive, and I've bought a new car and I can't afford it. It's as simple as that. So I'm calling my car my therapy car, and yeah, I have to wait till I think it's the 5th of June for my NHS therapy. But And I've also got some like modules to finish on it. I haven't even looked at them yet. I got it in February and I thought, oh, I'll do it close to the time. And now it's getting really, really close to the time. It's going to come and bite me on the bum in a minute. I must get on with it. But it is only the middle of May at the moment, so I have got half a month to do it. What else can I tell you? Did I tell you about my trees and the school? And I've got to have a couple of trees down at the back of my garden because they're worried that they're a danger to the children. They've only been there 50 years, you know, so my dad planted them, and we moved into that house 53 years. We moved into that house in 1970. But yeah, they're determined that they're a danger. So my big thing was, I mean, it's expensive having trees cut down. These trees are about 60 or 70 foot high, and you know, it's going to be about $4 or $5 grand minimum to have them cut down. And I didn't want to pay that, you know. I've got to pay for my fence and everything. So the school have agreed to pay for it, and so I've agreed to let them do what they want then. That seems like a good deal. So that's happening on Saturday. So we're just heading into Wokingham now. I got to go to Tesco's. It's weird, it's very habitual. I like going to Tesco's every day. I feel like I'm missing out if I don't go in there. But I'm just looking for my shopping bag that I haven't got. I need to get a cucumber to put in the sandwiches. Do I need any bread for the sandwiches? Can't think. I also need a washing line. Do you think that they'll sell those in Tesco's? I don't know. Might need to go to Home Base for that. There's a Home Base in my town. There's not one here, I don't think. But my washing line snapped in over the weekend. I don't know how old it is, but it's one of those, it's in a place, it's in my backyard. I think I've spoken about it before. It's a little concrete place outside my back door. And then you go through a little gate and it takes you into the actual, you know, grassy garden. But it is such a sun trap. On Sunday, I got 2 loads of washing dried out there until the washing line fell down. And it made me laugh because my son went to Primark the other day and he got himself some new clothes, and he felt like I usually buy his clothes. He felt like a big boy, I think, going with his friend and buying himself stuff. And then he was like, can you wash this? I want to wear it again. And then I washed it, and then the washing line fell down, so it fell on the dirty floor. I didn't tell him. But yeah, I need a new washing line. I would quite fancy one of those retractable ones, but it means all drilling and stuff like that. And I've got the hooks and everything up for just a you know, like a rope one or whatever they're made of. So I think they're only about £6, so I'll get one of those instead. Oh, that road's shut. That's interesting. I've never been down that road. So this is Wokingham town centre, and then I'll branch off to the left in a second, and if you keep going where this red car's going to go, that's like, look at the town hall. That's the building right in front. It's gorgeous, and they put a massive Christmas tree out here in the Christmas time. Obviously it's beautiful, but I do love that council building. It's gorgeous. I don't think that I've got anything else that I need to tell you. No, I think that's about all my news. I was telling you I was feeling a bit more cheerful in myself. Just getting out and about with my friends and things like that. I try and do something every weekend, you know, even not a massive night out or anything like that, although I have been on some of those, but just, you know, even if it's meeting a friend for a coffee, that kind of thing. I just try and get out of the house and get some company every weekend. A friend of a friend asked their friend if I wanted to go on a date with them. I said no, because I don't really know them, and I don't want to. I just can't be bothered at the moment. I'm just having such a nice time just with my friends and my son and my animals, and just really enjoying myself, that I don't really want to schedule in any time. I don't know what's going on down here. Usually we get through here quite quick. Oh dear. So I think I might sign off now, because I'm just going to do some waffling. I've got absolutely nothing to tell you, and where I've been talking so much and I've been shouting because I'm not sure if you can hear me in this car, I now need a drink. So before I start coughing, I will cut off and say goodbye to you all. Thank you for keeping me company. I'm not quite there yet. I've probably got about another 10 minutes to go till I get into work, if I can get through this traffic jam. But I will see you soon in my next video, which is always a Saturday, which is always what I wore this week. Take care, my loves. Bye.